Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Think like a champion when it comes to women. You gotta think like a champion, because I'm gonna tell you what, the biggest thing that hurts many men in this thing of ours we call game, and the game of man gets woman, is not the women. It's the guy before he even set foot out the door. Oh, women won't want me. I'm not 6 feet. Oh, women won't want me. I don't have a square jaw. I don't look like Chad. Oh, women won't want me because, 1,000 reasons. It could be, well, I'm not a Pookie. I'm not a Ray Ray. Guys got every reason why a woman wouldn't want them. But you can't think like that. You can't think like that. You got to think as a champion. And remember what I always say, your main relationship is with yourself. You got to feel good about yourself. Now, when you go out, every woman ain't going to want you anyway. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are, how handsome you think you are, or how handsome women say. Women have called plenty of men handsome and still didn't want them. And you can't worry about it. All you can do is be the best version. You got to think in terms of winning. Don't hurt yourself. Because I'm going to tell you what, as someone who's played sports, and any athlete can understand this, or engaged in any competitive event. You could be a chess player. You can't go in thinking you already going to lose, that you're already handicapped, because you're going to lose. 50% of any game, any competition is always psychological before you even step foot on a floor, or court, or whatever. Even if it's a business competition, your business competing with another business. You can't be thinking, oh, well, we don't have this or that. Now, you can acknowledge that you don't have certain things, but then you got to acknowledge what you can to win. You got to take what you have and win with it. And I'm focusing this on women, but let's be real. This is just life, period. You got to think like a champion. What do a champion do? They go out and play. A champion just take what they got and they say, okay, this is what I got. This is what I'm going to win with. Let me use the height thing, because that seems to be a major thing around these times. A major thing. All right, your ass is 5'8". Okay, so you're only going to grow so much. So, okay, maximize everything else that you have. I talked about that in Nice Guys and Players. I talked about, because what I say in Nice Guys and Players, I actually said the face is the least. Now, I know there's plenty of content creators talking about, oh, it's just face, it's just face, it's just face. They ain't getting no pussy. Let's just be real. Yeah, you got some guys out there, average looking men out there, walking around with women who at the minimum are decent and even some who are above average. So apparently, but what is it that they have that these other guys don't have? They just thinking like a champion. They just say, you know what, I'm just going to present my best. See, one thing about a champion is going, whether it's a sport, it could be chess, it could be whatever competition, it could be playing poker. They're going to figure out how to win. They're going to think in terms of a champion. So they're going to maximize whatever they got to help them win. Let me use a relationship example in the height thing. A dude who's 5'8", he might say he's 5'8", but he's going to maximize everything else. I know of a player who's about 5'2", and he was getting women like crazy. The woman told me about him. Women, I've known some other guys like that. They just maximize it. It's like, okay, I'm this height, First, they just accept it because it's like they this height. They still gonna get theirs. I've known too many guys. They just say they're gonna get theirs, regardless. Or they might be bigger. They might be overweight. Now I'm gonna still promote body gain, but what did I say about body gain? It's so you get to a point you feel good about yourself. Because that's part of being a champion. You presenting your best. You're going to go out there. And will some women reject it? Of course they will. What have I said before? You learn from the rejection, and then you start figuring out which women are going to be receptive. A champion is going to figure out how they can win. Part of winning, if you're talking about man against woman, he's going to figure out which women are naturally receptive to whatever he's presenting. And he's going to be good with it. He's going to be good with it. He ain't going to worry about the women rejecting him. In fact, if he's smart and he's really paying attention, he already pretty much know. He can just take a look at a woman and know how far he can get with her. He gonna look at the woman. And it's gonna be different for every man. He's gonna figure out which women are gonna naturally reject him, but as a champion, he's gonna figure out the women who's going to want him. He's gonna figure out where they at. He ain't gonna be just running around. He's gonna say, well, hold up. Women in this particular place seem to like me. This is where I'm gonna be. And that could be any place, a yoga studio, a bistro, wherever, a mall, whatever. You know, whatever social circle you in, you're gonna be like, oh, these women like me, you know? Because a champion is gonna figure out how to win. And you gotta think like that. You gotta think, okay, what can I do to win? Don't worry about, look, first of all, don't even think about whatever you think, whatever some guys are saying is some detriment. Once again, the height thing. You 5'8". This guy's out here 5'8" getting women. This guy's out here 5'2" getting women. What are they doing? They just maximize what they have. I'm gonna say that 1,000 times. I'll probably be doing videos saying the same thing. They're gonna maximize what they got. They thinking, how can I win? You know, they'll work on their mouthpiece. They'll work on their body, their dress, their haircut, everything. And is a woman still gonna know some? Well, what do women call them? Short kings. Think about that. Think about the language. Short kings. You want to think like a king, think like a champion. You're going to figure out how you're going to win. That's regardless of your body build, your facial features, whatever. You're going to figure out how you're going to win. You're going to figure out what class, you're going to figure out the type of women you're dealing with. How do I win with these type of women? Like you get a bunch of guys worried about some Pookie and Ray Ray. That's some stupidity in my view, because Pookies and Ray Rays generally getting like lower class women. They doing in my view, they doing you a favor. They doing me a favor. I don't deal with those type of women anyway. I'll let them have them. Because in my personal view, shoot, I need women, the type of women that find me attractive don't find Pookie and Ray Ray attractive. So we both stay in our lanes, we good to go. You gotta think the same thing. Why are you competing? Like the Pookie and Ray Ray thing. Why are you competing with a lower class man to begin with? That says where you are. That says where you are. Because if that's the women that you like looking at, that's the women you want, you gotta look at yourself and ask yourself why you want low class ass women. You gotta think about all those things. See, a champion wants the best women. See, that's the thing. That's the final thing you gotta understand. And I could do a whole on-demand video on it, do a whole series on it. No, I'm not. I'm just saying. Because if you're thinking like a champion, you're gonna go out there and you're gonna maximize what you got, because you're gonna think, what can I do to win? And what can I do to get the right cooperative women for me? That's a champion. That's how a champion is going to think, all right? So, anyway, that's all I have for right now. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.